Hi. Oh, I'm live. My first time trying to go live on YouTube, and I'm trying to adjust the camera here so I don't have weird lighting behind me. I'm not quite seeing how to do that. Okay, anyway, well, sorry about this one. Okay, that's irrelevant. The point of this web live stream, I've started a playlist called Healy and End of Life Care. This particular one is Healy related to my experience so far with what's known as sundowners with elders. So I recently have returned to be with my mother. We brought her out of assisted living and home to spend hopefully the remainder of her days with family. Um, and there are learning and growing experiences with that. Combined with that, I recently was introduced to this device that I'm wearing called a Healy. This is a personal wearable frequency technology. It's both microcurrent and frequency for balancing the electromagnetic, the electrical charge in the cells, the microcurrent, so that it's correct for optimal cell function. And it's also frequencies specific to you because this has a quantum sensor in it. And so as it's downloading my program that I'm running, it's choosing only the frequencies that my body wants in that moment for optimal benefit. What I'm discovering and what I shared in the first video is that the Healy is also proving to be a very beneficial support tool, not only for me physically in adapting to the different demands of being a full-time living caregiver, but also helping my mom. And she has the typical scenario of the sundowners where at the end of the day, things get very confusing, and she typically would start to do a obsessive looping on a particular topic. And in her case, it tends to be that she needs to get home to be with her parents, and that they're expecting her, and she'll start talking about how she's leaving and she's going to walk to her home, things like that. What I found is when she starts doing that obsessive looping, if I run particular programs on her, now this comes at different levels. I have the professional level, which is called the resonance. And so I can work in what they call the information field, or the quantum field, where all things are connected. So I could work at a distance. I can work with what they call vibrating instead of just like this is hooked to me now, and I'm doing the microcurrents. I'm doing the microcurrents and the frequency as I speak to you. But with her, I'm not doing the microcurrents. This would be totally confusing to her. She would tear it off. She wouldn't know what was happening. So I'm working in the information field with her, and I can talk more about that at another time. But the interesting thing that I'm finding is that when she starts going into the obsessive looping, and I run particular programs on her, such as the subtle energy programs for emotions, which are Bach flower remedies, Australian bush flowers, Alaskan gem elixirs, even the I Ching. I can run an analysis of what I Ching hexagrams she's resonating with, and give her frequencies that help to optimize the benefit of those. when I do that with her, it tends to break her out of that loop. Not 100%, not where she doesn't say anything about it, but especially the first time, there was a major shift from her looping to all of a sudden she was back here talking about enjoying her house and her yard and the work she used to do in the yard. So she was back more in present reality, even though during the day too she cannot be in present reality. She kind of slides in and out of that. Um, Nevertheless, for anyone who knows what it's like to deal with someone with dementia, in the moment of that intense, like I have to have this, and getting rather obstinate about it or assertive, where they're trying to take actions against what you're wanting them to do, to soften that, even to take the edge off of that, or even shift it completely, is such a godsend. So I'm watching over time. It's been about 5 or 6 times now that I've done this process with the Healy. And what I noticed then, she doesn't go into Sundowners every day. It's more the rare occasion that she's going into that now. And when, like I said, when she does, then we're sort of transitioning out of it more easily. That's all I want to share for today, because like I said, this is my first time doing live streaming. I'm still trying to get all these pieces right. I don't even know what this is going to look like, but we'll leave it with that. And I'll see how this all looks. I may take this one down and do it over again. But anyway, I'll continue to do these little check-ins on what I'm learning, both about the benefits for myself as a caregiver and keeping myself shored up optimally so that I can manage this situation, and keeping her optimally supported. So thanks so much for listening. If you have any interest in the Healy, and what this is about and how you can benefit from this, feel free to get in touch with me through comments below or my channel. Or you can check out my website, which is resetcenter.net, where I talk about, there's a tab there for Healy. There's a tab for, I mean, there's more than just Healy in that website, but you could check that out and get a little more information there too. Okay, thank you so much. I hope all of you who are facing interesting challenges in these times are finding the support that you need, and that together in our connecting in whatever ways we can, that we get through this in a very growthful and positive way. Thank you so much.